As much as I love the iPhone 14 Pro, I think I made a mistake. I've talked about the iPhone 14 at length on my channel, and my overall tone has been pretty positive and upbeat about the iPhone 14 Pro. Even though it is similar to the iPhone 13, it was just enough to make me want to upgrade. But there's one thing that is making me regret my purchase, and we're going to talk about it in today's video. Don't get me wrong, I love the dynamic island. It's been a really helpful feature for me to use, and honestly, I don't see it as a gimmick like others are seeing. And the always-on display has been great as well, especially since Apple made that update to make it an all-black screen. I really like it. And the camera, although I've had a little bit of issues with HDR, it's been pretty good as well, and I've been able to take great photos when I'm on vacation or just day-to-day of taking photos of different products. There's a few quirks with iOS 16, but that's not just limited to the iPhone 14 Pro, so it's not really that either. But what's been really ruining my overall experience with the device is the battery life. I barely ever get through the day, and honestly, most days by like 3:30, 4, if I start the day at like 7 o'clock, it's almost at 15%. And that's just not really good for me, and it's not what I expected from a Pro device. I usually have to charge it on the way home, or even sometimes like 2 o'clock, I've had to charge it while still at work. And so why bring this up now? Why make a big deal out of the battery life when I've had the phone for 6 months and I just gave it a good review? It all has kind of shifted when I got the S23 Ultra. And no, I'm not leaving Apple or anything like that, but the battery life on the S23 Ultra is phenomenal. I absolutely love it. And with the Ultra, this is where I realized I made my mistake. The mistake I made was not getting the iPhone 14 Pro Max. I've always been a user of the 6.1-inch display or just the medium-sized iPhone 14 Pro. I did it with the 11, I did it with the 13 and the 14. I should have realized that I'd rather give up the size that I'd prefer over the battery life that I'm getting. And this is a really big thing, that if you care about battery life, then I would not go with the Pro. I really regret it. I've always kind of been against the bigger screen, but just having this battery not be sufficient and enough for me has been really annoying. And it's the biggest knock that I have on the iPhone 14 Pro. The battery life is just better on the Pro Max, and honestly, I'd rather have that. And that's my regret. I should have went with the Pro Max, and with the iPhone 15 coming out, I won't make that mistake again, and I'll be getting the iPhone 15 Pro Max or the Ultra or whatever they're gonna call it. So yeah, guys, I did want to warn you, if you are buying the iPhone 14 Pro or Pro Max, in my opinion, if battery is important to you, go with the Pro Max. So it's just a word of caution. If that's not a big deal for you, the 14 Pro is still an amazing device. And I just feel like the battery life should be better on a Pro device. If I'm going out and taking a lot of pictures and video, it's kind of what Apple's promoting with Pro. It doesn't make sense to have a very mediocre battery life experience. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. God bless, and I'll see you on the next video.